Now I show you where you can find the firmware for the RB30 and the Lua scripts, all you need to update on to configure the module. First you go to the homepage of Frsky. Here you see the homepage. Okay, now first you're searching for the RB30 flight safe systems. Go on it. Here you see the different products: RB10, 20, 30, 40, NFC switch. We need the RB30. Okay, and now here you have overview, features, specifications, downloads, instructions. We need downloads. Here you have the manual, firmware for the NFC switch, and Lua scripts for OpenTX. Okay, first we download the firmware. We take the latest one. Here you can see the date. This is 11 December 2020, 30 October 2020. You take this one. Here you can read what they have changed or what they have make it better or something, updated. And we go to download. Okay, go back. Oh, no, I take a mistake. Okay, we go. The next one is the firmware for the NFC power switch. Here you have just one. This we download also. And last we need the Lua scripts. Lua files for the radios running OpenTX fix the issue that Lua cannot work with radios with the XJT module. Okay, this one we need. Here I have my SD card from the radio. It's the X12S OTX. And now we go to the download folder, and here I have all my scripts and firmwares I need. Here's the Archer firmware for the receiver. Here is the firmware for the receiver, for the Lua scripts for the receivers, and here the RB40 Lua scripts. And we need some, here is the firmware. Next step is to connect everything what we need. Receiver, batteries, NFC switch. What I forgot on the unboxing is this cable. This is the connection cable for the NFC switch. The NFC switch is here in the back. Here we have a USB port, the NFC switch connection, and the micro SD card for the telemetry locks. The first what we do is to connect the NFC switch. It's a little bit tricky. Then we connect the switch himself. Okay. Here we have the key to switch on and off. And I'm using this type of batteries, 2 of them, and these little cables. One side is XT30 and the other side is XT60. I connect it to the board. Here we have the power in ports for the batteries, and here we have 2 power out ports. What we can switch the voltage in with the Lua script. This we do later. First we connect, okay, not the battery, we connect the receiver. I'm using a SR8 Pro with access protocol, and we have 2 cables. One is the S port cable we have to connect, and another one is the S bus out cable. And we have here the connections for the receivers. In my case, I just use one receiver. We have 2 cables to connect, one S port cable and one S bus cable. The S bus cable we take to the S bus out, and on the RB30 we connect the RX1 in port. This is this one. The S port cable we connect to the receiver 1 S port. This is this one. Yes. Okay. We have connected these 2. We have connected the switch. Transmitter is on. You have to register and bind the receiver with the transmitter. And now we can plug in the batteries. Okay, let's switch it on. Take the key, do it like this. First we have to search for telemetry signals. We go to Model Settings. We navigate to Telemetry Settings. Here in the Telemetry Settings we can search for sensors. We can start the sensor searching. Stop. And now he shows us the complete telemetry data from the RB30. We go to System, navigate to the SD card, go to Scripts, go to Tools, and then searching for the RB30, RB40 parameter set Lua script. And here you can adjust the voltage. Now it's 5 volts. You can adjust 6 volts, but the servo ports are the highest voltage you set. This is this for the servo ports too. Always the highest setting. I leave it like 5 volt, and here is your protocol. We can measure the voltage. To use the scripts in the RB30, you have to connect, of course, the receiver. So you have to connect the blue LED, and this is important for the calibration and for the settings, gyro settings. When you build the RB30 in your model, then you have to put the blue LED when you do the calibration for the rudders, the servo calibration in the model. Then you can see the self-test mode is on or off. I have connected two batteries, two 3S batteries to the power imports, and I have connected the non-contact switch. The radio is on, and now I show you on the radio how you can use the Lua scripts. First we have to power on the RB30. We power on. Telemetry recovered. I show it like this, a little bit near. Okay, we navigate to the system folder. We go to the system menu. Now you see in the system, you see the folders. We go to the SD card, then we navigate to the scripts, and in the scripts folder we navigate to tools. In the tools we're searching for the RB30 Lua script. We have here calibration scripts, we have parameter setting scripts, and we have stabilization settings. First we go to the stabilization settings. Execute. Here you can see the mounting position in your plane. You can change it here from, sorry, that's the wing type. Here is the mounting position. Now it's horizontal. You can switch it however you want. I leave it like horizontal like this. And here you can switch the wing type, delta, V-tail, and normal plane. Okay, this is this script. With return you go back to the menu. For the calibration of the Maggio, you have to disable the stabilization function of the Maggio, and also when you're using a gyro receiver, you have to disable the stabilization function of the receiver also. Okay, we have just disabled everything. Now we can go to the calibration script. This is the calibration script. You can see now with this script you can calibrate your Maggio. I don't do it now because I need two hands for it, and it's a little bit tricky because of the cables and everything. But when you're using the script, it's not heavy to do this. You have to put the Maggio in different positions and say always enter, waiting until the blue LED is blinking. When the blue LED is finished the blinking, then the parameter is set, and then you can change the position. But everything shows in the display, is no problem to do this. Now you see here a couple of servos representing the aileron 1, aileron 2, elevator, rudder. We can test it. I hope you can see it. Here's two ailerons, elevator, and the rudder. And to start the self-test, I'm using this knob here. I hope you can see. And I'm using this to start the self-test, but I showed you you have first to write in the software that channel 12 is for the self-test start, and you have to connect this switch to channel 12. We go to model settings, and now we go to mixers. We're searching for the channel 12. And you see here we have two positions, -100, +100. When the switch is in the normal position, it's +100. And then we can switch to minus. And I take a little I slow it down a little bit, and that's all. We have -100, and when we switch we have plus 100. Okay, this we need to start the self-test. And now let's do it. We need the blue LED to see the self-test is working, and then when we start the self-test we're waiting when the LED is blinking, then we have time to move every rudder in the 100, plus 100, minus 100 position. Every rudder and every switch you're using from channel 1 to channel 6. Except the throttle. The throttle we don't need to learn in. And the self-test is just starting when the throttle stick or the channel for the throttle in the minus 100 position. When we start the self-test mode, we're waiting to blinking the LED. After that, we learn all the rudders in the maximum. We take all the rudders and servos in the maximum position from channel 1 to channel 6, except the throttle. And after that, the servos begin to move, and that means the calibration is done. And then we can test the servos and we can test the rudder movement, but here on the table we cannot test. When you have the module in your model, then you can test the rudder movement. It's on the right direction, but now it's just for example. Okay, we start the self-test mode. We switch the switch 3 times, 1, 2, 3 or more. Okay, now the LEDs flash. Now we're waiting to flash. Okay, now we do the movement.
Landing flaps up, gear down, gear up.
Okay, that's it. And now when it's finished blinking, then the rudder will move. Okay, calibration done. Now we can test ailerons, elevator, rudder. Everything is working. What I have forgot to say is, when you do the self-test mode, you have to switch on the stabilization mode in the step script. Stabilization settings script. You have to enable the stabilization. It's, of course, I forgot to say before you start the self-test mode. And now we can, when we move the module, the rudders are working. I don't know, they're working now in the right direction, but when you build it in your model, then you can check the rudders are going in the right direction. Okay, that's all, that's it. This was the RB30 module from Frsky. I hope this video was informative for you, and don't forget to subscribe. When you liked this video, then I'm happy about the thumbs up, and I hope I see you in the next video, and have a nice day, my friends. Bye bye.